matter what level.
Y'all already know what it is. It's Big Pressure TV.
Closed caskets, memorial viewings. I'm mostly
back with another one.
Got the audio queuing. Despite sending off kites, trying to throw the confusion. My sights are set on life, nothing's more to be proven. Sound polite, once it's verbalized, rapped all nice. Go for strikes, to internalize the facts of bite. Like serpent eyes, I can see through the blackest night. I mastered gripes, come from mathematics is fight. One of the rules still alive, there's too much to consume for a nigga that's paralyzed. Once a functional goon, out of the tomb, 30 years to bring a nigga to tears.
Y'all see who we got in the building. You already know what it is. It's Big Pressure TV. We back with another one. For those who don't know, y'all see who we got in the building. One of the true and living gods. He done been on deck before. Tell them who we got in the building, beloved.
I'll let you do that, brother. One who often brags himself is often ignored.
We got the God. The brother Jamero X, Stump Down Soldier, for those who know they know. How you feeling today, beloved?
I'm feeling brand new.
You look brand new too, God.
Ain't that sweet?
You look brand new. Now this is how we gonna start this thing off. Big Pressure TV. What's the first thing that come to mind when you hear the words street nigga mentality? He wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't, but hey, as we always do, if you stay ready, you don't need to get ready.
All praises due.
But you say a street nigga
mentality. You know how the terms and you know what the mindset right now is.
I follow you.
Yes, sir.
The moment you said it, the only thing that first popped up in the mind was the Willie Lynch speech.
Oh.
With him saying, I have here in my bag a foolproof plan that would keep the slaves in line, that would act or hold for at least 300 years. And he said to find their differences and make them bigger, and then you can control them. And that's the first thing that came to mind when you said that question.
Big bars right there, beloved. Now I'm going to add to that. When you look at the term street nigga mentality, and we know that the enemy has blocked us from his social equality. He has blocked us or denied us access to his opportunities and all the things that, you know what I mean, they have easy access to, and we have been deprived and denied of that, right? So while they took over business, they took over corporation, they took over the land, they took over everything, all they left us was the streets.
Well, you got when they allowed us to go or to seek a higher education. The first thing they said was they can go to their schools, but not ours. But it's three things that you must not teach them.
Science of business,
science of warfare, and the science of mating. And those three things is what's plaguing us today.
So when you look at it from that aspect, you said that it's three things that we're taught that they'll never teach us: the science of business, the science of warfare, and the science of mating or procreation, as we call it. So they gave us the streets.
Yes, sir.
And when you think about the streets, it's, you know, it's hard shit, it's rough. You know what I mean? The texture of it is hard. You feel what I'm saying? So we've been fashioned, or our people, our youth in particular, have been fashioned, shaped, and conditioned by those elements. So they heartless.
Absolutely.
They cold-hearted.
Absolutely. It's not...
And they foolishly promote the ideal of it. I got a street nigga mentality. Well, I'm a street nigga. I'm a hood nigga. I'm a real nigga.
I'm finna give it to you on another level. We here in your neighborhood or on your street, if you look down from the satellite, or you Google it, or however you do it, and look down on the satellite, this particular street is just like a grain of salt.
Micro dot.
It's so small you can barely see it. But this is something in every neighborhood. But they claim that.
Mm-hmm.
I represent this street or I represent this street. And you claiming something as small as a grain of salt. While you got white folks is taking over the world, taking over the globe. The only thing you have to hold fast to is something as small as a grain of thought. If you hold on to lightweight things, you attract lightweight things.
Facts, God. Facts. Now let me ask you this. What do you think, because to be a street nigga, quote unquote, hood nigga, thug nigga, whatever the case may be, and we know that our people profess that or proclaim that unconsciously, but what do you think fuels the self-hatred in our people?
They don't see anything of value in themselves.
Yes, sir.
And because you don't see anything of value in themselves, they don't see any value in nobody else. So anything of value coming from where we look at, they frown upon it because they say, I don't see nothing in me, so this nigga can't have nothing to offer.
Right.
But yet they say they self or call themselves a street nigga or a street, they got a street nigga mentality, and they use the word in a fashion like they don't know what it means. And clearly they don't know what it means. So you saying I'm a nothing, I have a nothing mentality. And that's what they actually saying. When they say I have a street nigga mentality, I have a nothing mentality because the root word of the root meaning of the word is nothing. So you saying I have a nothing mentality, and that's what you holding fast to.
And you know, we're taught that the word nigga in its truest sense mean a product of the slave master at the end of the day. But I also want to add this, because I remember the brother Phil was on here before, and Phil broke down how we know that in the scripture, God said that he would choose the rejected and the despised. So even with our brothers who are self-professed street niggas or whatever the case may be, that idea, that thought, that moniker, or that title is a result of us being rejected and despised by this social system.
I would agree, but I would never be the one to second guess my brother. But he absolutely wise. But at the same time, he know as well as I know, all is not gonna make it.
True indeed.
So, everybody is not gonna make it into the kingdom. So yes, he chose the rejected and the despised as a totality.
Yes, sir. Okay.
But within those rejected and despised, some is going to fall off by the wayside.
Right.
And you got to let rusty locks where they lie. The mission is to teach them what they need to teach them. For everybody.
Yes, sir.
But if they don't accept it, then that's on them. I'm clear, you clear, everybody else clear or free of judgment if they deliver the message. And if they reject it, then hey, that's on them. Let them be what they be. They are a product of that nigga mentality or that nothing mindset.
Right. So what was it like for you at a point in your life where before you became the man that you are today, you know what I mean, a businessman, a family man, a man that's really active in a community, what was that mentality like? Just being, you know what I mean, a guy from the street, a guy from the hood, a guy who feel like he have to represent this small grain of a thought that you talked about earlier.
Well, I had the same mindset that they did. I didn't have no value for myself. I didn't see nothing of value within myself. So I didn't see no value in my neighbor. I didn't see no value in the women in the neighborhood. I didn't see no value to women in the community. I didn't see no value to men in the community.
Right.
Because I didn't see none in myself.
Yes, sir.
Because I was indoctrinated with the mindset of being nothing. This is all you're going to be. Even though I was great at football, I still didn't go to school to even pursue that. Because I said, this is all I'm going to be.
Right.
It's all I'm going to be. I got another mentality, so I'm going to live like it. I'm going to live life to the fullest. And that's the same mindset they got. But then I met a man who was taught by God, and he changed my whole damn life.
And that's a beautiful point that you just made, God, because we taught that, and it's in the Bible, and it says, my people are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. So once you got the knowledge, that knowledge empowered you. That knowledge invigorated your spirit and put you on the path of change and striving to be a better version of yourself. I
think that it's fitting that you asked that question. We segued into this train of thought, but I just left the Mars
All praise due to Allah. And I'm sure Minister Troy and all them turned all the way up, or whatever was going on, I'm sure you left full.
Yes, sir. And the tone was the long live the spirit of the Million Man March. And just hearing the minister words again, I can see that a lot of people didn't take heed to it because it was good for the moment. It was good for a period of time. It was good for a long period of time. But
that's powerful.
At some point, we reverted back to the same mindset that he tried to get us away from in the Million Man March. But it's fitting because I think everybody, if you have not seen it or have not heard it, if you're too young to see it or too young or too old to forget it, go look it up and watch it again. And then take heed and let them words sit root, because that is what's going to save your life. He moves so fast.
Yes, sir.
His thought process moves so faster than the speed of light that happened almost 30 years ago, and it's still fitting that everything he said 30 years ago is fitting relevant right now.
Yes,
that's
sir.
how fast his thought is traveling. So it takes 30 years for us to catch up to something he was saying in 1995.
Now let me tell you something that's powerful to add to your wisdom, God. It's a surah in the Holy Quran, Surah 19, Ayat 95, and we know a lot don't make mistakes and we don't believe in coincidences. In this particular surah, it says, and as you just said, everything you said is sparked and started my mind. It says, because the Million Man March was in October 16, 1995. It says, and they will all come unto him singly on that day of judgment. That really was like a day of judgment for us as black men and black people, but particularly black men, where a criteria was set for us.
Instructions.
Yes, sir.
He gave us instructions.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was speaking on a minute ago. We got the instructions. He clear. He clear. He clear. Now
our blood won't be on his hands.
Our blood will not be on his hands. He clear. Now the responsibility is on us to put the seed in the ground, let it grow, and then pick from it, put it somewhere else, let it grow again,
yes,
pick
sir.
from it, put it somewhere else, let it grow again. Now it's on us. What are we going to do with it? We're going to let it grow and rot and grow weeds around it and not tend to it? Or we going to till it and keep fertilizing and keep helping it grow?
I remember the brother Al wrote me one time, and he said, the seeds that I've sown by Allah's lead shall sprout beautifully. So now when you see your brother at 50 years old, you see your brother today, who at that particular time and that hour was what we look at our young brothers as, you know what I mean? Just lost in the sauce, hood nigga, street nigga, thought you was a gang, thought you was all these different things. And now you see your brother giving back, you know what I mean, serving the people, serving the community, you know what I mean, striving to take care of his family, striving to be a better version of him. But that was based upon that seed, and as a result, the blood can't be on his hands.
Blood can't be. Who else, right? That made the streets or the environments or the tone of the streets, the language of the streets, the way it is. It was our actions, our deeds, our misfortunes, our misdeeds that got it the way it is. Now these young guys have picked it up and running with it.
And it's really a generational curse.
Yes, they running with it and don't know how to let it go because they grab hold of something. They got, I don't know, I never read none of their literature, but whatever it is,
you talking about?
I'm talking about, I'm finished, whatever it is that they got in this gang literature, and the Bloods, the Crips, whatever it is, it got some brainwashing mentality to it because they don't have no respect for the tone of the literature. The literature that they got don't tell them to go do the stuff that they doing.
Absolutely. And we know when those organizations was initially started, they were started with the best of intentions
communities
for the people.
For the people in the community.
Brotherly love, overriding depression.
So whatever it is, the Bloods,
community revolution
yes, sir,
progress.
the Bloods was started because of the movement that the Crips had, and to combat that, they had to form something else to protect their community.
Brotherly love, overriding oppression.
Yes,
and
sir.
destruction.
So
yeah.
the concept of it is beautiful, but a wicked, sick-minded individual can take something that's powerful and twist it. If a person got the skill to trick you to do something, you'll do anything you can, or anything that person tell you to do, because you don't have the skill to see that he's tricking you to do something. And they're not looking at the community, they looking at self or the advancement of that particular thing. But I understand it.
So it's not like, even in making that statement, so it's not like you're directly condemning those
Absolutely
organizations, because
not.
we know some beautiful,
Absolutely,
powerful men.
absolutely.
Yeah, some guys who's operating in those houses who I'm talking about GD Vice, little
All
boy.
of
We
them.
done
Know 'em
chopped
all.
it up, broke
Know
bread,
'em
built,
all.
established
Beautiful.
bonds.
Know 'em all. See, one thing about me, we were talking about this the other day. One thing about me is I'm never afraid to tell or say what needs to be said.
Right.
Some people hold it out of fear. But I got mad love and respect for some of those, but at the same time,
And they love and respect you.
at the same time, I'm gonna tell you where you're wrong. It's like, just to give you an example, we was listening to the minister at Demise, and he was talking about if something is wrong, the person that's given the correction to the wrong is sometimes the most hated or the most misunderstood. And he gave an example. He said, if you go to the doctor and something is wrong with you, the doctor asks you, what's wrong with you? You like, I don't know, doctor. So the doctor examines you, and then he tells you what's wrong with him. You don't get mad at him and start smacking him because he told you what was wrong with you.
Right, yes, sir.
He giving you a solution to get you healthy.
Beautiful analogy.
So,
beautiful analogy.
sometimes people is afraid to say, I ain't never afraid to tell people what's going to get them right.
And that's a beautiful thing, too, God. And I know with our young brothers that's out here, and we know with right guidance, with right knowledge, with right instructions, no matter what house you in, no matter what you represent, red, blue, whatever the case may be, whatever you represent, we know with the right thought, the right idea, and the right instructions, you looking at something that's great.
I lived it. You lived it.
Yes, sir.
I lived it. You lived it.
Yes, sir.
This is the reason why inside the walls, all those particular organizations may have a leader that they call the big homie or whatever they call it.
Yes, sir.
They didn't look for him.
Yes, sir.
Who do they look for? The people that got the wisdom and the guy that's going to lead them the right way. So it was easy for me to misuse that power and say, well, go do this and go do it. But then I wouldn't have been no different than the rest, than the person that they was up under.
Right.
So you got to take it. If you got somebody with some wisdom and some power and some guidance, they're going to follow it. The problem is they don't have nobody with that's not self-serving.
And I'm going to tell you this real quick before we move on. Like, that's who I sat down with. Those are the ones who I spent
Most
quality
of my time with. Absolutely.
Those are the ones who I nurtured, and I still get calls. Brothers still tap in. Brothers still show love and got love because I knew as a result of being a leader, all you needed was the right idea. All you needed was the right instruction. So I always focus on the leaders. I always built up close and personal with the leaders and establish and form the genuine bond. I don't care where I was, beloved.
Absolutely.
Same way as yourself.
Absolutely.
And as a result of that, I knew it would be trickled down. So when they tap in with me, the one thing they say is this, by Allah's permission. You never tried to change me. You never tried to, because we know there's no compulsion in what we believe. You never forced your belief on me in the sense that in order for me to be rightly justified, I got to be exactly like you.
That was a wise counsel.
Yes, sir. All praise is due to Allah. So I'm like, be the best version of you for yours. And that's genuine love. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
now I'm going to say this as we segue. In the Holy Quran, Allah says he would not change the conditions of a people until they change themselves, right?
Yes, sir.
in your mind and with your wisdom, how is change initiated? What changed you first of all?
First, I had to accept that I needed to be changed, to recognize that it was
Powerful,
a problem.
beloved. Powerful.
If you can't recognize it, and use another analogy, if you got a car, and you know how when you got it, it rides a certain way.
You notice that minister spirit coming out of you. Because listen, cause you wouldn't prep for none of this, but I'm telling you right now, I'm just seeing the minister spirit coming out of you as how you answering and dealing with these questions. Just tapping straight in and jumping straight in with wisdom. But go ahead.
Thank you. But you know how your car rides. Mm-hmm. And over time, you might say, man, something ain't
right.
Something ain't right.
Yeah.
Something ain't right. So you're going to see and acknowledge that something, you ain't just going to keep on driving. I supposed to put 87 in there, and I've been putting 85 in there.
Right.
It have messed up my engine.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to give it the attention that it need to be. You're going to put the attention into it.
Right.
So once you put the attention on you and say, well, damn, something's wrong. I can't keep living like I'm living if I want to live. Because this life is going to be short. So I got to see, well, damn, what is it that I'm doing wrong that caused me to be in this situation or caused me to be in that situation? And then acknowledge, like, damn, I'm messing up. I'm the only one that's a constant denominator in the situation. So it's something I'm doing. So now what can I do to change the reality in which I'm living? I got to fix me. First, and that's accept. Find the problem, correct the problem, find a solution, and then implement it.
Yes, sir. You know, with the dynastic ministry and what me and the brother Luke Mon and all of us are really doing, because we all really doing what, you know what I mean, doing this particular work. But we dealing with these young brothers on a book, and I'm sure this was a book that affected your mind, affected your thinking as a man thinketh.
Yes, sir.
One of the most powerful points in that book is this. It says, you are where you are by the law of your being, and the circumstances that surround your being is a direct result of your thinking. So you saying first you got to acknowledge that I am creating these conditions, I am creating these circumstances by way of my thinking. So in order to initiate the change, I have to change
the way I'm thinking. First, acknowledge that I'm the fucking problem.
Yes, sir.
Excuse my language.
Yes, sir.
But sometimes
keep this shit raw. This big
sometimes
pressure
we get
TV.
raw.
It's big pressure TV.
I mean, I don't like to get raw when I got the suit.
When you in regular clothes, you go.
When I got my regular clothes on, then I can get raw. But, you know, I try to be prestigious right now. But if I don't acknowledge that there's a problem, or even see that there's a problem, then there's no change that can happen.
Yes, sir.
That's just keeping it funky. There's no change that can happen. I got to be able to see there's a problem, willing to correct the problem, find a solution, then implement it.
Yes, sir. Now let me ask you this as we move on, because that was a powerful answer. When you hear the term, because you just addressed the problem, and see there's the problem, recognize there's a problem. When you hear the term social engineering, what's the first thing that come to your mind?
Well, hey, the messengers say, if you accept this wholeheartedly, you have friendship, homes, money, luxury, and all walks of life.
Yes, sir.
That's engineering. You creating the condition to make a situation better for you. You doing whatever you got to do to make the situation better for you and yours, your family, your community, your people, or whatever. You social engineering it. You getting out, you palming, shaking hands, hugging, kissing babies, doing whatever you got to do to come up or to create the condition for the people to receive you, then come in and then change their life.
Now let me say this. Now the messenger gave us that as a result of changing how we were. But the initial impact of social engineering as to what made us, you know, the niggas, the hood niggas, the street niggas, the thug niggas, the drug dealers, the killers, like that mentality, that thought. Because God said this, let us make man in our image and our likeness. But in this world, in this present day and time,
the process is the same.
Right.
The process is the same, whether I'm trying to clean it up or I'm trying to keep it in a condition to where it's beneficial for me.
Now let's deal with the keeping it in a condition that's beneficial for the enemy.
Yes, sir. And that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. The process is the same.
Mm-hmm.
I got something. I give them something to sit hold of. They gave them the crack in the 80s. I know what it's going to do. I give them the crack in the 80s. I give them the 70s, heroin in the 70s. It's going to create take the father away, then come in and be the father and the husband and the boyfriend to the mama, lock the husband up. So now I can control and dictate what it is. And this is no knock on women. This what I'm finna say is no knock on women, so please don't hit me up talking about I'm a sexist or this or that. But somehow women are more impressionable.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to, not really impressionable, but they like power.
They respect power. They bow to power.
Yes, sir. So they see somebody with power, then they're going to bow and submit to that.
And it's just their nature.
So bowing and submitting to that nature. So they know, the devil know, the white man know, if I take the father out, take the husband out, present myself as a father, I'm going to social engineer what it is that's beneficial to me and mine. It's the same thing on the other end. Same thing on the other end. The process or the means is just different. The process is the same. The means and the results are just different. The end results are just different.
Yes, sir. Very powerful. Now let me ask you this real quick, beloved. What role do you think, you said when you just pulled up, you was bumping DMX. What was that song you was bumping?
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah. That was your mindset for this moment. Now, what role do you think hip hop has played when it comes to the social engineering of our people?
Now or then?
Both.
Well,
because it was a time when hip hop fed the revolutionary spirit of it.
This is what I'm finna say. They say that hip hop or rap or whatever you want to call it is influenceable. So back in the day, we had KRS-One, Nas, African Bambaataa, Rakim. You had Poe Righteous Teacher.
Right. De La
Soul. You had all these things, and it was a more conscious
Public Enemy.
Can't forget them. It was a more conscious message.
Yes, sir.
Or tone. So the people became more militant and on top of listening to Malcolm at the same time, and then following behind him with the minister. So they seeing this military or this masculine or this revolutionary style being rose up out of the people. So the people, they started wearing X chains
and the clock that Favorite Flav used to wear.
Wearing the X medallions, start wearing the African colors or whatever. So it was influenceable for the right thing. So as the enemy do, he sit back and he acknowledge and he sit back and watch and see what it is that's moving the people. And they say, well, damn. This hip hop thing is really influenceable. So the people is really influenced by the message.
The rhythm, the rap.
The rap.
Yeah.
So back then it was the tone or the message. Had a nice little beat to it, but it had a message. And even just for a minute, and I'm trying to put a pin in that thought.
Yes, sir.
But music itself is mathematics.
Facts.
And we don't look at the mathematical
the art of music
or the mathematical equation to music. You got, and it's boy, Eli's the greatest.
I told y'all he was a minister. Look how he just.
It's surely the greatest that in music you have the concert A-tone that every instrument tunes up by. So, and it's 440 vibrations.
A tone.
So, it's 440 vibrations per minute, or per second, whatever it is. So, that in it itself is wisdom. 440 years of being enslaved over here. So, you needed something to tune your mind up to what was going on. And that's what they was doing. That's what the music was doing back then. So, now the enemy say, well, hey, shit, whoa. I got something now. So what they did was to combat that, they Chuck D was too strong, so they got Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav weakness was drugs, alcohol, and white women. So they put that in his face. KRS-One, his weakness was nothing. So they just shut him up, cut the deal, stop giving him deals. Same thing with
Rakim.
Rakim didn't have no weakness, so what they do was they cut away the deal. Shut him down. So now the people ain't got nothing to listen to. So now you got a transition from that to where it was dominantly male, and then you give them Lil' Kim. She's sitting up, first cover. People when they heard of Lil' Kim,
social engineering.
Yeah, social engineering, and in motion now.
In real life,
it's motion in now.
Yeah.
So they give us Lil' Kim.
There's no knock to the sister.
No knock to her, because she was cool.
Yeah.
But the first image that we got of her before we even heard a song, a tone, was her on the album cover,
right,
with her legs wide open.
That infamous pose.
The infamous pose. So now you playing to, now it's gonna be intriguing. I'm like, damn, that is like a catcher's mitt down there. Look, who? Strike one. So
that's the hood coming out of
strike one. So now you capitalize us visually.
Right.
And then she was kind of pretty then.
Most definitely.
So now we seeing her visually, and then now you can hear the tone of the music come in. Now with the tone of the music, now it's more raunchy or whatever. So now you taking the sister from
the refugees.
Refugees.
Lauryn
Hill, and the sister that was with KRS-One.
I know you talking about. Yeah, I know you talking about.
Yeah. Now the message that they was
Nikki
giving.
D? Is it Nikki? No, not Nikki D. She was with. I know you talking
the
about.
message that they was giving is now falling by the wayside,
right.
And they was talking about women and
empowering
women.
Queen Latifah,
all them. So now that image is being replaced with sex and
low vibration,
low vibration, small weight things.
Yeah.
So you attracting small. You thinking small weight. You attracting small weight things. So it was replaced with that image.
Powerful will.
So now you get that, then you got the Biggie, the Pac, the West Coast, East Coast, Fuel, all that stuff. And then you transition from that to now. It done went from good to bad, from bad to ugly.
And I'm going to tell you this real quick to add to the wisdom. Dealing with the young brothers, like I've always dealt with the youth and always did, even when we was in there, like empowered the youth and being out here, operating in the capacity of a youth empowerment coach and, tapping in with our little young brothers, man, the energy through social engineering and what the enemy has laid down is the spirit of murder in our babies. And I'm talking about our look, like the young brothers, not 19, 20, and this and that, but the young, like, NBA young boy, they listen to this tone, this frequency, this energy,
and that's where I was going next. But he can be so powerful.
Yes, sir. Because he is powerful now.
Yes,
but it's just
he could actually be, or actually is, just on a different level, Tupac.
Yeah.
And the influence that Tupac had on the people.
He just needs the message.
He just needs the message.
And he can change the frequency.
But that's not going to happen. In order for him to live the way he want to live, that's not going to happen. And that's what I was getting to next. That you transition from all, and then we kind of went back to it a little bit with Ice Cube, NWA, with Fuck the Police, and all, back to a revolutionary.
Right. Keep going.
Yeah, back to a revolutionary style, and then it faltered again.
Yes, sir.
So now we at where we at today. So now you got all these rappers. You can't get no deal unless you talking about death, destruction, drugs.
Sir. By
design. And it's a twofold, threefold measure. You talk this talk. Now you got the people listening. You see the people is moving. You got that 440 vibrations. It's shaking and quaking the zeal into the people. It's shaking the quail in the people. Now they moving and dancing and bugging to this stuff. Gave you a nice beat, and then you spitting gibberish, so you can barely understand some of the stuff. The only thing you can hear clearly is shoot 'em up. I done shot 15 times. I got this thing with extended, this crazy thing. I got a clip they call a dick. And
with that 30 ball.
So with drums and now you got
with the monkey nuts on.
Yeah, so you putting all these sexual terms
and the switch.
Yeah, all these sexual terms to guns. And now you got people now they more sexualized and more violentized, and then you got
and even young brother NBA Youngboy got a song called Sex and Violence, and these young brothers let me hear the song because I gotta tap into their thinking, and I just thought about like
you gotta understand what they thinking and know how to deal with
violence. You hear what I'm saying? Low vibrational shit.
But we don't see the social engineering on their part on a mass level. Just look at it. You got the revolver, 6 shooters. You had to pull the thing back just to shoot.
Right.
Then they come out with the semi. You can just squeeze it. So now it done went from the revolver,
revolvers, Tech 9s, AKs.
So now you give me something that instead of shooting faster, it just spray to shoot faster. You give me something that shoot fast. Give me a
accelerated death.
For me to shoot faster. And to kill people faster or to spray people faster. We don't see that.
Social engineering.
The people don't see that. They just think that shit is slick and cool. I got the thing with the dick on it and all this other shit.
And you ain't gonna aim it at your enemy. See, that's the most interesting point of it all. Like, you don't even have the mindset to aim it at the motherfucker who created the condition. But you would aim it at your own.
They see value in them. They see value in them because they done put themselves in a position of power. And they see it. That's all they see.
Now listen, God, let me tell you this real quick as we segue. And it's so beautiful.
Wait, before you, I got to say that before you
please.
segue out, but because just on that music tone, they love this raunchy. And I don't want to call her the sister out her name, but she literally destroyed the women's movement herself in a matter of 3 years. Sexy Red. Talks about nothing. Talks about nothing.
And it's not even intentional on her part.
Yes, but that's what they have to do to get a deal.
Right.
Now, on top of destroying, this is the last fold, on top of destroying the mind with the music, and the image of the women and the sex and the violence with the guns and all this stuff. Now I can take that same, give you all these deals, tell you to go out here. You're not getting a deal unless you make this type of music. Playing on the plight of the people and the poorness of the people. I give you $1 million, you go say this. They don't know no better because KRS-One gone.
Right.
Chuck D's, I don't know where he gone. Queen Latifah making movies. Give her movies, all them gone. So now people don't even know them. So the message that they got, they don't hear it. So now they replacing it with what they see on TV or...
And the sisters like, take me through that. Take me
through that. My asshole brown and my pussy. That's all they know.
That's insane.
That's all they know.
Yeah.
That's all they know. And they think that's cool. And they don't think that's influencing minds of the people. And then it's our fault too.
Yes, sir.
Because we sexualize them in a way to where now this is their way of getting back.
Yes, sir.
The music sexualized.
And look, if we've done it, we done it because we was victims of social engineering.
Same thing. They did it. They social engineered it with not KRS-One, but 2 Live Crew tried to change it. But 2 Live Crew was I want to call it like Saddam Hussein. They was a friend until they didn't comply.
Right.
They was a friend and they didn't comply.
Then they was banned
in the USA because they didn't comply. We give you all this, and then you flip the script on us and then you didn't comply to the message. But their music was still detrimental to women.
It definitely had an impact.
It had an impact on women, and now women taking it back. But the way they taking it back is the same way you tried to get away from. You done win it 3. Now you get to shake it fast and move something, pop that coochie. Now you taking it to my asshole brown and my pussy. So you took the same thing that you had a problem with, and now you saying it to a way now you want us to accept it. Because now, and then all of us done grew up.
Yes, sir.
That shit is not sexy to us.
As we segue now, I want to add the wisdom of what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said when he told us, you can tell the condition of a people by the condition of their woman.
Yes, sir.
Because it is through the womb of the woman that she gives birth, not to
the first teacher,
an individual, but to a nation. Her womb has the capacity to birth a whole nation. And then the messenger said, a nation can rise no higher than a woman. So if the woman is on this low vibrational frequency and it's not by her own will, it's somebody behind behind her wheel that's manipulating, and
they playing with the mentality of the woman that wants, or man that wants to be in a comfortable situation. I wants to be comfortable. I wants to live life. I want these finer things to give it this social media.
The law of recognition.
Yeah, put Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians on TV, or the Real Housewives of Hollywood, or Real Housewives, or everybody.
Give them
on
this
these
idealistic aspect
and these people want to live in, but they're not looking at it or questioning themselves like the Real Housewives of Atlanta or Hollywood or Potomac, and not one of them is married.
Right.
So what are you a housewife of?
Yeah.
So what is the image that you trying to portray or you want the women to see? That materialistic shit, so the women can go out and now I can come in, Sexy Red, you want a couple $1 billion, go make this song.
Yeah.
And then she gonna make that song. NBA Youngboy, you want this, go make this song. Now he gonna make it. So now what they do is, this is the last fold of it. I can come back with the evolving reality of technology.
Powerful.
Come back, lock their ass up, go testify on the stand, because we so dumb that we talk about the same crime that we done committed, and then wonder how 12 done got on. You got the little what's his name, Woody, and the YSL guy, everything, and Lucci, everything you done did, you done talked about it in your music. Everything you done shot or all the drugs, you done talked about it. So yes, they done created a RICO on you. And ain't nobody told on you, told on yourself.
Right.
The person just got on the stand and corroborated it. That's all they did. But you done, right or wrong, they corroborated it, wrong as hell, but you done gave them all the information they need through your music. So now they lock your ass up. Got AI, they control all the masters. Got AI tell you, we not going to put this song out. Or we not going to put this album out. You done created 5, 6, 7 albums that they done said they wasn't going to put out. Lock your ass up. Now they got a whole catalog that they can put out through AI with this image, and people think they listening to you and your ass is somewhere locked up. And they collecting money off of you and you ain't getting a dime.
Now let me ask you this real quick, beloved. When it comes to...
Now that's $1 million worth of game.
Yeah, that you definitely drop.
That's $1 million worth of game.
You definitely drop some heavy jewels.
What you gonna call it in jail because of that shit now? Tory Lane.
Yeah.
Tory Lane, I cracked the code.
He wouldn't, yeah.
He sold directly to his fans and cut the record industry out.
And went against
made $1 million in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
$1 million in 10 minutes. Cut the streaming out. They say streaming you get like 0.000.3% of every stream. So you got to get a certain amount of streams to even get some money.
Oh man,
you getting less than a penny.
Yeah.
Less than a penny for one stream. So imagine how many streams you got to get a penny. And then how many you got to get a nickel. How many you got to get a dollar.
Game in a whole
So he went and started selling directly to his fans and made $1 million in 10 minutes. They said, lock his ass up. Well, they got evidence that he didn't shoot that girl.
Yeah.
The other girl did, but yet we going to run with it to keep his ass quiet. Until we can figure out a solution to what he just created. but he in jail because of it. And the thing is about that greenback. They social engineering us, and we too busy chasing
something that don't even have value no more.
Something that don't have no value no more.
Now, what are your views like on politics, and how has politics affected our community?
It depends.
Mm-hmm.
I follow it. I follow it, and sometimes I comment on it. Sometimes I just keep my mouth closed. But it affected the community by tricking the people to thinking that voting for a president or a House of Representative in the United States is where you're going to receive your help, or you're going to receive some type of recourse for the action that's going on. And it's not. It's your local elections that's going to directly affect you closely. The stuff federally only deals with foreign stuff, really.
Mm-hmm.
The federal stuff deals with foreign policy and stuff overseas and stuff like that
right.
can affect the world.
Right.
But politically, for the masses of the people to receive some type of justice or recourse is to vote in your local shit. Fuck that federal shit. That
right.
shit, have the stuff that you vote for not going to reach you unless it's taking something from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's all social engineer. They put for whatever time they want. I'm gonna give you, for example, Obama, first black president. First, some people say Bill Clinton was because he played the saxophone. Get that bullshit out of my face. But Obama,
right?
I'll be the first one to admit that I didn't think he could win,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna tell you why. That I thought America was more sexist
Mm-hmm.
or more racist than they were sexist.
Mm-hmm.
But I got proven wrong. Or did I?
Right.
Or was it a season and a reason for him getting in there?
Come on now.
Hillary couldn't do it.
Right.
Couldn't do what I'm about to say. George Bush couldn't do it. Clinton could. None of them white presidents or white politicians that ran against him could have did what I'm finna say.
What he was called to do.
What he was called to do when
Mm-hmm.
he got in that seat. And what that was to make the alphabet crew, the LGBTQ community, acceptable to black people.
Mm-hmm.
And he promoted that agenda, and now it's more widely accepted by black people. Because none of them did it. And that's what they wanted us to accept, that abnormal way of life. Nothing wrong with what a person is doing, but that's abnormal.
Mm-hmm. In the eyes of God.
In the eyes of God.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
Get mad at God.
Yes, sir.
Christians or whatever your belief is.
Right.
Get mad at the person who created the system that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
He say that life begins through man and woman. By these two, many nations have came.
Right.
So how else did we get to the point? But even then, within that same system or the same book, you see the abnormal lifestyle where you had Lot had a house full of women. People was out there protesting against Lot. He was like, I send you my daughters. Do what they say. No, we don't want your daughters. Send your sons out here.
Yeah.
So that way of life, they needed somebody to usher in that. It was accepted on their side already. Much as they didn't like it, but they needed to be accepted on that side. And we wasn't going to accept that from Hillary. We wasn't going to accept that from Bush.
Right.
We wasn't going to accept that from Clinton. But what tricked us was that he didn't run on that.
Mm-hmm.
He ran on the Anti-Terrorism Act or the habeas corpus rule.
That's heavy.
And that habeas corpus rule that would do away with what directly affects
us,
the black community. Directly affect the black community. He ran on that and said he's going to do away with that. That habeas corpus rule allowed or a certain amount of time for black people or for people that's incarcerated to file a habeas corpus petition, else you would be procedurally barred and then you locked in.
Boxed in.
And you boxed in. If you don't meet that time limit, then you boxed in. But they don't tell you the roadblocks that you have to do to meet the time limit. You have to file with the lower courts. but that clock is still tolling. Now you waiting on paperwork. All the paperwork don't come. So now you got to resubmit, go back and get the paperwork.
Chasing
the clock, trying to beat the clock.
Your due process, really.
Trying to beat the clock to get everything you need. And they never giving you everything you need to get in. So you end up filing something that's half submitted because you ain't got the stuff you get in the lower court.
Yes, sir.
So now you get in there, now they look at it, not enough evidence. The only way you come in, newly discovered evidence. You get the newly discovered evidence, now you procedurally barred because you time barred. So you stuck in. So now you say, I was going to do away with that. Didn't do not one goddamn thing for the habeas corpus rule. He didn't do nothing for it.
You know what I learned to add to your wisdom, God? I read this book. I think it was Circle of Intrigue. It was one of those books. But in that book, it talked about, it was Al Gore. Was it Al Gore and George Bush was running at this particular time, right? And I found out that they both was a part of a fraternal order. So their true obligation is to the fraternal order. It's not necessarily to the people, to the public.
Absolutely.
So when I realized what was really, because I was studying politics then, like I was engaged, intrigued and captivated by what appeared to be power and influence. So now I got to understand the dynamics of it, how it works. But then when I got deep into the study of it, I realized that those who are in a position of power, this is what they do. They play the game solely for themselves. They don't have nothing to do, because if I empower the people, then I lose my power.
Absolutely.
So they operate, they say that a boss is one who operates from the mentality of, I'm in control, I'm the dominant one, you do what I say. They say a leader is the one who's in a position that he make other leaders. You feel what I'm saying? So this whole system is really set up and designed tactfully and strategically, where they just empower themselves and they don't have no regards for the common people, the poor people.
The greatest trick that the devil or the enemy pulled is tricking the people into believing that he don't exist.
Yes, sir.
And that's the same thing with politics. They trick you into believing that you have the power to vote in who you want in office. But yet you see what happened with Al Gore and George Bush. Now I'll give you another example.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
It ain't happened for us.
Al Gore won the popular vote.
Yeah.
Won the vote of the people.
He won the electoral.
He won the electoral. So I'm going to tell you what that is. You have a small group of people. When they wrote the Constitution and the election laws, they didn't want all the big states to have control over who goes into the election.
Right.
So, or who goes into office. So they created the Electoral College. And each state has a small amount of delegates that elect the president.
Right.
So the people vote, but those delegates, it don't count. The delegates got the right to go with what the people say, or go with their own mind.
Go with their own interest.
Or go with their own interest. And that's what it is. So the delegates is really what's putting the people in office. So the small rural states has the most electoral individuals that votes in. So they might have, this state might have 15, or this state might have 25,
right,
or this state might have 30. All of them is, some big ones have a lot, but like California have a lot of electors, but it's split up between Democrats and Republicans based on the area.
Yes, sir.
So the smaller rural ones that might have 50,000 people in it might have 25, 30 electors. So now, if you win that state, the elector is telling you you're going to win. So that's how you get that number that they tell you, 270, 75 or 79 electoral it is, or whatever it is. That's how you get to that number, because those electoral people actually vote for the particular people, the person that they want in there. They might say, well, shit, Bush won, or this person won the popular vote with the people, he might have had 15 to a million more votes from the people.
Yes, sir.
But the electoral college voted the particular person in office. So you don't really have, your vote really don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want your vote to matter, you want to be heard, vote locally. That's where you're gonna get your recourse, because you got direct contact with these people.
This is why we call it Big Pressure TV, y'all, because I don't know if some of this wisdom that went over a lot of people's head, but at the end of the day, if you listen to it, if you tap in with it, if you apply what's being said, then this is how we gonna see real change. Now, you've been in a leadership position on many occasions, right? In your mind, what makes an effective leader? Because it's a difference when certain leaders lead regular people. But you've been in a leadership position where you've led a different caliber of men by God's permission. Anytime you sit in that position or sit in those seats to lead men, that is a very powerful position. What makes an effective leader to you?
Unwavering discipline. You got to have unwavering discipline, and you got to be not afraid to speak the truth to power. At the same time, you got to be a follower.
Powerful.
How's a leader? If you're a leader, who you following? You still have to follow the people behind you. You got to take wise counsel from some of the people that's up under you.
Yes, sir.
Because you might be seeing it one way, and they seeing it another way. So you get the collective together, and then you weigh it, and you filter out what's BS. You put it together, come up with a plan, and then you find out what's best for everybody. But
so the most effective leader is the leader
the best
who serves the people.
Absolutely. You serve the people. You're not self-serving. You serve the people. You're not self-serving. You can't be bought. You can't be compromised. You can't. And one thing about it. If you hide who you are, now you give the enemy, or you give other people a chance to whisper to the followers. And now they're like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa, I didn't know this. Whoa, I don't know this. Don't take their choice away from them. If they know everything about you, so now when somebody say something about you, they can stand up and defend you.
Right.
They can't defend you if they don't know nothing about you.
Yes, sir.
So you be honest, be truthful, be respectful, take wise counsel. You got to follow as well as lead. And you got to listen. You got to take counsel. You got to take advice. And at the same time, it got to be not uncompromisable. You can't be compromised, can't be bought with little trinkets.
Now let me ask you this, because you know we don't deal in tricknology, but however, I wouldn't even call it a trick question, but a loaded question. Who do you think done more for black people? Was it Barack Obama or Trump? Because they say Trump, when he first got in there, he let that money come through now. So, and Barack Obama ain't let no money
It's loaded, but I'm gonna answer the question. But I'm gonna say neither of them.
My man.
Neither of them has done more for black people.
Let's go.
Than Farrakhan.
Ooh.
So,
powerful.
Neither one of them have done more, but on a superficial level, I would say the babbling idiot, because he played to as much as you don't want to like him, as much as you want to despise him.
You gotta respect him.
You gotta respect him because he know what it take to win.
And he's unapologetically him.
He know what it take to win. He's about winning. He know how to beat the system. He said, I want to win, so I'm going to play again. That's part of this social engineering. I'm going to cut them stimulus checks, even though there's nothing. Backtrack. Obama was in office when it happened. But he don't get the credit for it. Because bills that get passed, half the time don't take effect until after that president is gone.
Right.
So the next president, all the good stuff.
He get the accolades.
He get the accolades because the checks came with Trump's name on it. The checks had Trump's name on them, but they was approved under the Obama administration. It just when the election happened, then Trump was in office, he gets the credit for it. The same way Obama got the credit for the deficit. All that happened under Bush. But when the numbers came out, Obama was in office. So it's his debt.
Right.
So now he got to do what he got to do to get out of it. And that's why he said, it don't matter who in office, it's my debt now because I'm here.
And when you look at it, like, even with them, with Trump and, the stimulus checks and all that.
That was the worst thing that could have happened.
Because it just, look at the word stimulants, which the root word is stimulate. And it was only stimulating the economy because when you give it to a people who don't know what to do with it, they're going to give it
right back to
the system.
Yeah.
So on the other side of that is you didn't change nothing. You didn't affect change. And I'm going to this point where even with our common people in the communities who look for, I got to vote Republican, I got to vote Democrat, I got to vote this. What's going to affect real change in our community? And if that don't happen, then do your vote really count? Because at the end of the day, it has to be, we got to change this. We can't look for nobody else to change.
Absolutely you can't. Those stimulus checks was only used to boost or to soften the blow for them giving money to the big three, the billionaires, to bail them out.
And it all collapsed.
So how can I not make the people angry for giving all them money that don't really need no money? Is to kick money back down to the people that's seeing it.
Yes, sir.
So that softens the blows. The people didn't care about the money that they done gave to the big three because they got a check. But that's the worst thing that could have happened because it made people lazy. It made people not want to work. It made people not want to do nothing. I got this goddamn check. I'm going to go get me put that down payment on the Hellcat or put it down on the car. And then 7 months later, they coming to get it because I can't keep up the goddamn bill.
Right.
So what good did it do?
Yes, sir.
What good did it do? It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything but trick the minds of again. Willie Lynch at his finest. I got a foolproof plan that'll last for over at least 300. He didn't say just 300 years. He said at least 300 years. And
he said if you do it right, and if you look at the effects of
your children, your grandchildren, their grandchildren can still reap the benefits of it today. And look at where we at.
And if we look at the effects of it right now, you see this plan still in effect. Like our people are still suffering from, when you look at our, the brothers in the street with the different colors, different flags, different organization. That was the methodology of Willie Lynch to say, you divide the light skin against the dark skin, this one against that one, the fat against the skinny, you know what I mean? And now we're operating in this particular mindset.
And this is the mindset that we got now. The mindset that we got now, remember it was a time where the mindset was Wesley Snipes. You got to be Wesley Snipes. Or before Wesley Snipes, it was Chico DeBarge. You got to be high yellow, moonshine.
To be socially accepted.
To be socially accepted. And then that's where we was. And then Wesley Snipes came along. And then they say the light-skinned guy went out of style because the dark-skinned guy came.
Right, that's insane.
So it's insane. So that's the Willie Lynch syndrome. You take the differences, magnify them, put them against each other, and they're going to argue and bicker over which one is better. And before we go, can I toot your horn for a minute? Yours.
I don't know how I'm about to accept this, but
yeah, you should accept it.
All praise
you should accept
Lord.
it. And the one thing you're not gonna find me doing is hating on nobody.
Yes, sir.
I'm never gonna do that. I'm gonna proud and big up everybody's success. But again, I wouldn't be me if I didn't tell the goddamn truth.
Yes, sir.
But you got the clown boy in Philly, Gilly the Kid, and Wallow, his cousin. Gilly the Kid is a clown. Just being real. Wallow is the more sensitive, deep thinker of the two. They got the $1 million worth of game. what game that they giving that's worth $1 million? They is not giving nothing of no substance to the people. And this is where the check should be coming from. Somebody's giving them, some people, something that they can help better themselves. They need to get that money to Big Pressure TV, because this is what's at. This is where it's at.
Hey, look, all praise due to Allah, and salute to Gilly and Wallow and everybody else that's, you know what I mean, doing whatever they doing.
They doing what they doing. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna salute buffoonery. And that's just me. It's not just me. It's buffoonery.
I salute them because I be tapping in. I be paying attention.
I be paying attention too, but nothing of substance come from them. Nothing of substance. That's social engineering shit.
Yes, sir. I get it. Now we gonna leave off on this note. The messenger.
Are we done?
No, we ain't never done.
Oh,
hey,
we
ain't never done.
I'm just not done. Shit, I'm warmed up.
Hey, look.
I thought that was the introduction.
Hey, we taught that men discuss one of three things. That's business, finances, and politics, right? So when you look at the tone, because you just said something about whatever, you know what I mean, about what you just said about certain people. When you look at the tone or the frequency of the thinking of the people, it's rare that you have substantive conversations. You feel what I'm saying? And you get something of substance from whoever got a voice. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So my point of it is this. When you look at the state of our people, when you look at the conditions of America, what advice do you have for, it can be Gilead, Warlow, it can be for just all of our people in particular who are able to influence the masses? What advice do you have for those people without, because it's not, we're not condemning, we're not even judging, but we're giving wisdom.
Giving wisdom. That's what it is. It's what they call it, constructive criticism.
Yes, sir.
But you can criticize somebody or talk about a problem, but if you ain't giving them a solution to the problem, it's all for nothing.
Yes, sir.
But for one, you got to have that unwavering discipline.
Yes, sir.
You got to be able to refuse buyouts. You got to be able to refuse something that can be conceived as doing the bidding of somebody else. It's easy. Yes, that's locker room talk. Yes, and look at the clientele. You got to give you an example. Right? We talking about on the different. I was looking at Roland Martin. And he said there's something that's called the 60% tax law for black people. And he gave an analogy that Ebony magazine was receiving $20,000 per something, and his counterpart Esquire was receiving $200,000 for the same slot period. So he said that's that 60% tax law where we get 60% of what they value white people. Now you look at, and I say that to say Joe Rogan and all those, the Godfather podcasts. Look at the amount of money that they giving them versus what they done gave Gilly the Key. And they gave them a whole lot of money. But look at what Joe Rogan and all them other ones are getting. Nowhere comparable. But look at what's coming from them. Look at what they talking about.
Right.
They're not talking about that buffoonery shit or doing clown shit or acting. They talking about something that's beneficial to whatever it is their movement is, or whatever mindset they got, or whatever political spectrum they're up on.
Joe Rogan be tapping in on a lot of heavy subjects.
He's tapping on social stuff. Stuff that's beneficial to his people.
Right. Facts.
And that's where they giving that money to. But they giving you the money because they see this motherfucker walking around with this big ass clown ass Philadelphia ass hat acting like a little fool. and then his cousin have to speak on it and justify it for whatever reason, because he can't see the fact that the shit you doing is done for a goddamn reason. So now what do? The solution is you can't bow down to that greenback. You can't say, okay, I still got something to say. I still got $1 million worth of game, but I'm not going to be a tool to usher in that Willie Lynn syndrome.
Well, I'm going to let you cash me out where I sell my soul and sell my people.
Sell my people. This is why people say he sacrificed his son to get that check. Because allegedly. That's why I said
we gonna even, you know what I mean, we gonna hope that ain't even real.
Hope that ain't even real.
Yes, sir.
But I can see why people say that. Because his son get killed, the next day he get a check. And he crying on TV about this stuff. And then the content that's coming out, or the content, who is reaping the benefit? If they can give me one person, use the Bible analogy. But we talking about Lot. When God got ready to destroy him, he said, if you can find me 50 people, I'll spare the time. Couldn't find him. He said, if you can find me 20, I'll spare the time.
Yeah.
If you can find me one, I'll spare the time. They couldn't find one person in order for him to spare the time. So if they can find me one person that reaped the benefits off of something that they have said of substance, out of that $1 million, I shut the fuck up.
Y'all already know what it is. It's Big Pressure TV. We're going to do it like this, though. We're going to salute everybody that's out here striving to make a change, striving to make a difference.
Big up, black man. They keep it up and change the narrative.
Y'all already know what it is.